Welcome to a bright day in Project Eden for Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the last part, we were up around here taking down an abandoned factory. And what I did off camera is I went out with the SV and did a bit of exploration. And I found a couple of capital vessels. There's one just here under the Merc SE. And there's another one down here somewhere. I think it's there. And what I'm really after at the moment is thrusters so that I can work on my workshop here, because what I wouldn't mind doing is getting this Canicos 4. If I show you here, see, I need some iron ingots, some silicon carbon substrate. We're pretty close, but what I really would like to do is pick up some more resources from thrusters. So that's what I want to do in this part. I mean, I'm not going to be spawning in the hover tank in this part because I've got a little bit of work to do down the back here. If I come here and show you, what I've got to do is get some CV ramps on the back here, because obviously we won't be able to load in the Canicos. Also realised that I need to put some blocks across the back here to give a little bit of extra protection to this hangar door, because really and truthfully it does need a row of blocks across here just to ensure that it doesn't take that little bit of extra damage. Now, before that, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me something to think about. Now, I did get a comment about the generators in the SV, and I must admit I forgot completely all about it. I've had another look. I think the generators are in the right place. I think what's possibly caused a bit of confusion is this C up here. Because what Jeff Randall has actually done is left a gap here for, because what Jeff Randall has actually left here is a gap for a constructor, and I haven't really put it in because I've put the turrets on the top, and if I show you here, we're pretty close to the edge with the tier, and therefore if I put the constructor in, that will take it over the edge. I mean, I could save a little bit of space by taking out the warp drive, but I think at the moment I'm quite happy with the way things are, simply because I'm not really doing anything particularly special anyway. Also, a big thank you for those of you who posted comments saying that I'd missed certain loot containers. What I did again after the end of the video is I went right through the abandoned factory and found, I think I found all of them in the locations that you suggested. So hopefully I've got everything I want, but unfortunately still no epic shotgun. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to jump off the top of here. And what I've been doing is digging this capital vessel out. There are some thrusters in here, so what we're going to do is we're just going to core it up just to see what else is on it. Let me just see. Oh, plonk the core on the top. You can see just down in there is a thruster. And I'm not sure if I want to take it out as loot, or I think what we'll do is we'll take the first one out. I want to see if I put this up in the workshop. Oops, of course this is so big, but again we're just going to use constructor out. We'll just hook it up. What we'll do is just come in here, hook up the constructor out, and just pick that up. And I think what I'm going to do straight away, oops, I'm going to put that there, then we're going to come in here. I just want to see what I'm going to get if I put this in. Yeah, I mean, we're getting lots and lots of there. I mean, I need the small optronics bridges. I'm not sure if I've got enough of those. Let me just take a look. I mean, I'm not sure if I've actually got optronics bridges. Let me just kind of take that out. Yeah, I've got 2 small optronics bridges. I think I can use those well. I've got piles of steel plates I could probably put in as well. And we got a couple of thousand. And actually just drag all the main culprits down. I think I need some more carbon silicate. Put the optronics bridges in. Carbon substrate. I could virtually put all that in. That takes that up. Silicate 500. Yeah. Just split that again, split that again, split that again. 660. And we can just top that up. Whoops. Copper. Like that back in again. I think we can drop these in. Oops. Gone a little bit too far with the iron ingots, but that's okay. I've got loads of steel plates, and I can still get some more from this crash vessel should I need them. 500. The difference on that again, and that again, and that again, and up. Put that there. You can see the production on this is going to be 1 hour 20 minutes, so, and we're just going to kick that off. So that is, and oh, the other thing I need to do is constructor in. I think I've got the capital vessels, and what I'm going to need is 3 ramps, because to be able to put the ramps across the back, I can't really do it in 1. I really need 3, I think. Anyway, let's just take a look at this ship here. What else have you got here? We've got a couple of cargo boxes. See what we got. Great resources we got in here. A couple of safe in plates. And we've probably got some spoiled food because I've been talking. Nope, we've still got... get that in the fridge straight away. Nope. Some waffles and some dino stew. Got a lot of dino stew now. There. We got the way of thrusters. What we got? Got a hangar shuttle door. Medic kit. Actually, what we can do is probably a little bit of oxygen in here. Operational needs. I don't think that's enough to get anything out. No. A little bit annoying, but the way it is. Probably get 1 fuel cell out of this. So not exactly winning any awards. Got here, got some small thrusters. I certainly wouldn't mind the small thrusters, because I can use those. I'm kind of thinking about putting small thrusters on the side of the ship to improve. Wow, okay, a long way out. There they are. So we're going to hook in a couple of these building components. Put that there. Put this actually in. In. So we better get rid of that. Like there. Breathe. Take that. Oops. Oh, hey, drop down outside. Oh well, that's the way it goes. This is actually a bigger ship than I thought. I'm pretty sure I saw some other thrusters in here somewhere. I think it might be down here. There we are. There's a. I think we'll take these as well. I can always. I mean, as long as my ship can carry them, I'm okay with that. And then if I do need to use them, where are you? I mean, if I do need them, or if I got to get rid of them, I can just put them up in the workshop. Trying to dig through here, dig out a little bit. The epic drill is really awesome. I've had a couple of comments about hover vehicles or hover miners, not hover vehicles as such. And I'm going to be completely honest. I don't really feel the need to have a hover vehicle. And I'll be completely honest, I don't really feel the need to have a hover miner. I think we'll salvage this one so we can get the flux coils and the oscillators. Yeah, I mean, I know I've watched Let's Plays where people have gone all out to have hover miners, but I think if you get an epic drill, I think you can quite easily mine out resources just as fast on a planetary. I mean, I do like miners when you're mining asteroids because normally asteroids have so much resources. Having a CV miner is quite useful. To be honest, I've never really felt the need for a hover miner as such. It's just, I think there's one thruster. There's two thrusters here. They're small ones, so we'll just try and find those. Where are you? They're over here again. Yeah. Although there is one use for a hover miner if you're really adventurous. And I don't know if any of you watch a guy called Disturbed Z, but he has a pretty unique way of, how can you say, of taking down POIs. And what he does is he actually uses a hover miner to effectively get in underground approach for the to get to the actual base. So effectively he goes underground to approach POIs and then kind of pops up just by the platform to destroy the turrets. I mean, I must admit, it's a very unusual approach. It's something I've never really used. I keep meaning to have a crack at it, but of course what you've got to do is actually have a hover miner, and because I don't like hover miners that much, and we've got some fuel tanks here, that'd be good for some loot as well. Here, yeah, so maybe, seeing I've got an epic drill, maybe there might be an opportunity to maybe take that approach somewhere. If we find a PR, I mean, it only really works with certain POIs where you can get reasonably close, say behind a hill, and then what you do, wow, and then you do things. Okay, just get this here, and the fridge. Just what we'll do is just scrap this for resources, including the fridge. And not we're going to get much from the fridge. We've got a couple more flux cores. Wouldn't mind those fuel tanks, and then that would be it, I think. There's probably other resources down here, but I don't want to spend the whole video just looting down this crash vessel. But certainly wouldn't mind the tier 2 fuel tank. That will have some pretty good useful resources in it. There we are, down here somewhere. Obviously, yeah, just salvage out that. There we are. Untag it. Some of these crash vessels actually have black loot boxes in them. So I suppose we can just take a little bit of a look round, see what we can find. I think that's the tier 1 fuel tank, and let's salvage that as well. I think that's going to be it. So what we're going to do is just grab you. Time to get in the ship. So we're just going to jump into the ship, and what I'll do is I'll move to the other crash ship because that's a bit more interesting. So we're just going to jump in here. Thrusters on. Got to orientate myself now. Need to get the opposite direction. Okay. As it goes without saying. I mean, there's a lot of POIs in this on this planet, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the fact that I've been on this planet for a very long time, and there's still so much to explore. So what I'm going to put out there is, do you want me to stay on this planet, maybe use the hover tank to take down some Xerax POIs, or do you think it's time to move on? I mean, to be honest, I'm torn between the two. I'd like to, I mean, just to show you, I mean, I'd like to have a crack at some of these POIs. I mean, we've got so many of them. I mean, there could be some good stuff in these. We got some mining towers there surrounded. We've got a submerged tank there. I mean, I did find one submerged tank out on its own, which I've looted down, but I didn't get very much in the way of interesting loot from it. And the other thing I've also done is I've gone out and picked up the water generator, simply because I think I've got enough water and oxygen now, and I knew I had to pick it up eventually, and on my explorations with the SV, I actually got very close to it, so I thought, oh well, what I'll do is I'll just go and pick it up. And of course there's a lot of titanium on this planet as well, but to be honest, once you've got mobile, you can get in and take down POIs. Titanium doesn't become that much of a problem, because if you scrap the hardened steel blocks, you get the titanium, which stands to reason, I suppose. Something over there. I mean, is that actually... Yeah, we must have flown over some drones. That might explain why we were shooting at things. So here's the other crash ship that I found. Okay, well, it must be near. And this is the one that's got an extra large thruster on it. If I get in close. So I'm really interested in this one. The only problem with this one is that this is the one that if you don't take it apart properly, it can self-destruct. In here, just about. Apologies, it's getting a bit dark. We'll just go up and check the props just to keep this all flowing in quite nicely. Oh, and apologies if you get the occasional pause in the video. The reason is, like, for some reason this morning I have an attack of the sneezes. Every so often I kind of got to stop and pause the video and take out the sneezes. I'm not sure why. I don't think I've got a cold or anything. Or maybe, I think because the weather's been a bit odd, things are not as good as they should be. Probably the polite way. Goes without saying that I've got all this stuff in the fridge. Oh, it's the constructor out. Where is it? Where did I put everything? Constructor in. It's probably building components. There we are. So we'll just pick this up here. I've broken that, shouldn't I? And we'll just put this nice stuff I've looted. See here, I've got 345 titanium plates just by doing that little bit of looting on that capital vessel. I keep wondering whether I really need these Xeno steel blocks, because they are a little bit heavy, and I'm not sure if I can get... I wonder if I can put these into the workshop. Is on here. It's not going to let me... Well, we might be able to... So we're going to have to engineer something that will take those blocks. Constructor out, just pick up there. We've got the rear ramps now. That up. And we'll just go check out. Where is it? You can see here with the thrusters enabled here. It's the big extra large thruster that you can get onto there. And what we'll do is just core this ship out. There's some really nice thrusters here. And what I'm going to be doing is what I'm actually going to do is scrap these thrusters, because I think I've got more than enough thrusters. Just have a quick look at building components. I mean, I've got 13 medium thrusters, 11 small thrusters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrap these thrusters out for the rare resources, the flux cores and the oscillators, because what I really need there is to make some optronics bridges. We're just going to take these out. I think we'll take a quick look at the... Do you have any... Got no cargo boxes. Got piles of thrusters. I mean, there's just so many thrusters in this ship. An RCS somewhere. Well, shit, let's see where the RCS is. The trick with this ship is to concentrate on the thrusters. Famous last words. Retrieve, or actually retrieve the two of them. I want that. What I'd like is that really big one here, and we're actually going to salvage. Actually, already got one, haven't I? Let me just see building components. I'm sure I've got. Yeah, we've got an extra large thruster. I think if I can get this out, what that would mean is that if I want to upgrade my ship with some extra large thrusters, I have two really big thrusters to do it with. Put that one out, but we're going to scrap the rest of the mediums. The ship's actually been quite well behaved. I think it's this area where it can get a little bit kind of stroppy. Keep this out. Keep picking these out. And I think that's really everything in here that there's... Oh no, we've got another one just there. Look. Oh no, we've still got more thrusters. Where are you, thrusters? Same. Yeah, I got some. The RCS is in here. Kind of back our way through here. Get rid of the RCS. Up you. Thruster gone. Shouldn't be doing this, because if I do this, this bit's going to drop off, so like that. And the thruster take you off. It dropped off there. Thruster up there, we'll take that. Any more? Oops. Okay, we'll just a bit closer. The thruster in there. That's all dropped on top of me. All here. Another one over here. Take a chance taking these out. Take the lights out. Keep meaning to put some lights on my ship as well, but I must admit, I'm not really a big fan of having lights on the ship. I just, maybe my energy conservation feelings tend to get in the way, because generally you can see well enough about, and I also quite often find the lights are a little bit too bright, though you can dim them. Okay. See, we've got one more enclosed thruster somewhere over in this corner here. There it is. Get you out. There's another one there. got a feeling that one may have broken apart. That means there's probably only about one more left now. Yep, where are you? There it is. There it is, just up in this corner here. Oops. Oops. Rid of you. And I think that's about it. I mean, I could loot out some more. What I am going to do is I'm just now going to kind of loop through and pick up some steel plates to compensate for all the ones that I dumped into the workshop. Quite surprised this hasn't actually self-destructed. Normally it does. You take out one thruster, unless what's happened is they've almost done a little bit of work on it and made it a bit more stable. Not seeing any. Didn't see where that went. I think that's about it. Other door there, we'll take that. Doors are quite a good source of mechanical components if you really have a pressing need for them. And we'll just zoom up through here. Put the core back. Don't need it anymore. We've got everything that is. Oops, we're getting a bit low on food. I don't need any health as such. Not that these have a lot of health in them. Put that one there. And what I'm going to do is get back into the ship. And I think before we can go any further, door up. What I do need is constructor out. If I can put some of this stuff in building components, imagine how you in there, then the rest can go in. Structure in. Probably gonna need some. Am I off plant fiber? Only got 576. I might have to mine some trees or something. Go here. I've just noticed one thing I want to do. Everything. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, we got a bit of iron. Turn that into there, and we got 2 silicon. Just to keep that tidy. Just turn the lights on. And now comes the fun bit. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with this. I don't get a lot of luck when I put out ramps. I tend to find that they can be a little bit frustrating to deploy. We're going to give it a go. And I would like... And what I want is 3 by 3 by 1. Somehow we're going to have to rotate that. Is that good enough? Be a little bit further out. I think that one might be better, isn't it? This 3 by 3 by 2. I think that's the one I'm looking for. Now, with ramps, what you've got to do is get them set up and then you press like that. What you do is you press the down key to get them in position as and when they want to behave. That one in. Well, ideally what I need to do is put in a what we call it, probably the ground here that's a bit of a problem on this side. rid of this tree. Okay, last thing we shot is kind of. Oh, I don't think I've got to go and get. It was such a long time since I've used it. I'm not even sure where it is. It's by what we call it a chainsaw. Go on, chainsaw. You've got to be in here somewhere. There it is. I don't really want to put the biofuel in. Why can't I see? Oh. Apologies for that. I forgot I was in. So we've just got to over here. Which makes it. Log up. And then we're just flip back to here. T. 1. I mean, I could put no, I think we'll keep it distant. That gives me the ramps at the back. And like I said, what I really need to do is put these on a switch, because what you'll find is that if you don't, it gets a little bit inconsistent. Okay, so I've now got the ramps on the back. That means that when the hover tank is ready, I'll be able to load it onto the ship. I'm just kind of wondering whether what is around here. Got iron deposits, we got that there. We got the crashed DSC front end. I don't think there's any thrusters in that. I think what I wouldn't mind doing is, it's going to be a little bit risky. But I think I want to do is check out those Xerax POIs. But we'll use the SV. How much ammunition have I got in here? Let's have a look at the ammunition situation here. We don't have a lot, so we're going to have to kind of keep our resources well laid out. There's the make sure the shield's on. Let the shield charge up. Kind of facing the wrong way. We need to go down this way. And we'll just work our way this way and see what's around. See what these resources are here. A little bit of a silicon deposit. Right, we're now in Xerax territory. There's like an isolated building here. It looks a bit like some kind of defense tower. Just kind of get in behind the mountain here. It's level 2. Yeah, see, that's just an isolated hailstone defense. To be honest, unless there's a really important reason for finding it, taking these down aren't really worth the effort. I mean, if they're defending something else, that's all fair dues, but got some stuff over here. Down here, we'll go and take a look at this. See what this is. I mean, one of the advantages of using the SV is the speed. I mean, you can see that it moves a little bit faster than the capital vessel. Also a little bit more efficient on fuel. We got something that's a bit more crowded there, isn't it? For some reason we've lost one of the... Okay. Well, we can do a quick reload. We can certainly have some fun with the boys here. And the range is 190, so we've got to get in pretty close. but we've attracted a troop transport. That's not quite so bad because I mean, we can take a troop. I've got a crash cockpit here. Not really worth that much. What we can do is hang around for the troop transport and see if we can get anything out of that. I've got no idea how long the troop transport will take to arrive, simply because I don't know where the drone base is. I don't think there's anything of great value in there. There's some stuff on the roof that could be worth taking. Let me just see. Let's get into here. Got a little bit more power. As I could. We'll strip off the antenna. It's got a little bit of value to it. That's about it, I think. I'll just go in here. The core. These generally don't have fuel or oxygen in them, because they're really the old style starter bases. Okay, here comes the troop transport. Jump in quickly. Oops. Hello guys. Nice to see you. Oh, there's a ripper dog in there. I think we can take him on foot. He's not a real threat. And we got some meat. That's worth it for the power cells and the antibiotic things, but certainly take that. And of course we'll give this guy the one that's over. Got that there. I think that is about it. Of course we got the fridge so we can keep this all nice and fresh. And of course we got the ore container. Well, what are you doing down there? Still that there. I think we'll keep the anti-toxic pills on us. Okay. Right, let's just... I'm aware time is pushing on, so we're just gonna look around here. Okay, there's another rocket drone over there. And some more rocket drones over this resource there. What is that there? Got a crash transport radar. I've got absolutely no idea what that is. So I'm just gonna... We'll just clear out these drones and then we'll go and check this transport radar. Gotcha. I'm really getting to like having the turrets on the SV. I think it makes quite a big difference, especially when you're dealing with the little turrets like this. Another titanium deposit. I think we're certainly going to deal some grief with gotcha. Of course, because we got shielding, we can use these rocket drones. We've got absolutely no effect on the ship. Oh, so we got a local friendly. Now we'll go and check him out. Because the one resource I do need is Sarcosium. So what we may have to do is actually go up onto a planet or Now, one resource I do have a little bit of a shortage of is Zarcosium. So I am wondering whether actually now one resource I am running a little bit low on is Zarcosium. Wondering whether we got and we got a moon, but I'm not sure whether that's I can fly to it. Yeah, that might be worth checking out. Zarcosium is often on quite rare moons and things like that. Okay, there's another one coming at us. Okay, we'll just pick him up. And seeing we've expanded the ammunition, we'll go and get this guy as well. And we need to get back over and loot that other drone out, and we'll check. Okay. What are you firing at now? So here we are, we're back to the ship. And we're just going to jump in. So here we are, we're back to the ship. In. Out that. On there. Where's the... Wait. Cut it out. Where was that other thing that we took down? There we are. Crash transport. Whoops. So we'll just go to this. Got crash transport rear here. We'll just see if we can grab that drone before it disappears. See what? This looks interesting. Jump out. Grab you before you disappear. Only got a minute left, so that was a bit. So what have we got here? So I've never. What is it? Not seeing anything. Worth. I think because I've never seen it before, I think what we will do is we will score this. Did I bring any cores with me? That's a good question, isn't it? Probably didn't. Okay. Because I left them in the ship, didn't I? Okay, we're going to do this the kind of hard way. We'll just see what we can find. We've got a cargo box here. Take that. I think it's just got a few kind of random little cargo boxes in it. I bet that's about it, actually. Oops. Hard to drop down. What we got here? Oh look, what's a locker there? Take the food. About to say it goes into the med bay, but there's no med bay. Touch. What we got here? A little bit of sniper ammunition. Oops, we've got the meds. That's good. There's a little bit of loot in here. No, not spectacular, but maybe not enough to justify coring. But a locker here. Multi-tool. I always wanted a multi-tool. Entry for. What I should be doing is putting this directly into. And trash you. Don't really need you. There. A little bit more. Quite a little bit more space. So. Just gonna. Yeah. Take the basics. I need a bit of carbon substrate anyway. out. Want to post there. If there's anything up on the roof. Oops, no. Not really seeing anything. Just ventilator there, lights. No, I think that's about it. Let's have a look. Take the furniture for the carbon substrate. Take you. Another ventilator there. Yep, I think that is about it. I think we need to that belligerence. So we'll just get back to the ship. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. What I will do off camera is go and do a bit more exploration, open up the final areas of this planet that may contain something of interest. I'm not sure about taking down all the various POIs here. I mean, we've got that. I think we've visited that, haven't we? And then what we'll probably do then is move on to find a moon, and possibly even maybe it's time to kind of move to a new sector, because we got lots of other planets to explore here, which could be worth a look. This is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.